just me being all OCD about the recording software and whatnot again. Just deal with it. You would probably been dealing with this shit since the beginning of the first Let's Play, so, you know, yeah. Anyway, if I remember correctly, we were heading back to see the king. Oh, no, right, Zelos, duh. We already found out that Celis had, Glaucius's core. Oh, yeah. Sort of forgot the layout of Meltokyo there for a second. I think we gotta go up another level. Zelos' place is this way. Zelos. He's a good guy at heart.
Duke Bryant, welcome back. Ah, and Miss Sheena, you grace us with your presence.
It's been a while, Sebastian.
And you would be Sir Emile, Miss Marta, and Sir Tenebrae, correct? Duke Bryant was good enough to send word ahead of your visit.
You know, I think Rowan would get along well with Sebastian.
Thank you. We've come about the Glaucius's core.
Yes, well, one of our servants, a man named Tokunaga, informed us that he had come into possession of an unusual jewel.
Tokunaga, a recurring name throughout the Tales of series. In fact, it's on the back of Marta's bag right there.
Isn't that the butler we saw coming out of the item shop?
The same. It seems that he had just purchased the core when we saw him.
Of course.
Could you please call Mr. Tokunaga for us?
Hold on a second, I'm going to change the recording volume of the game. It's, my settings for recording volume and whatnot got reset because the program crashed after I was done with it last time, so it didn't save anything. Hold on a moment. I don't know, when I see the decibel bar or whatever going up into the yellow area, it bothers me a little bit. Just, hold on a second, I don't remember what I had it at last time. Let's just go with that. Oh, well, what was that?
What could that be?
Oh crap, Martel's trying to sneak into the house again!
Lady Zelos! Lady Zelos has been kidnapped by Sir Lloyd!
Oh.
What?
It was Lloyd. I thought Sir Bud. Yeah, he still does that. He still does that. Seriously, what's with the volume control right now? Hold on a second again. I'll check the recording volume and whatnot of this video afterwards. I'm sorry for messing with it so much.
Sir Bud?
Long story.
Lloyd?
We'll explain later. Which way did he go?
Out the second floor window!
We have to go after him.
It's just when I remember recording this game,
Where is he?
the decibel bar never went into the yellow area, so I'm trying to get it to replicate that.
Tenebrae, can you sense Glaucius around?
I know you could always just lower the volume of your speakers or whatever, but it's just an issue with me.
From here. However, energy from another Centurion's core is causing some interference.
Once again, all the OCD shit, I apologize for all that.
Like lumens.
I'm like Emil, I keep apologizing for shit.
No, this would be Solemn's core, I believe. Why would Solemn's core be here?
We can wonder about that later. Let's split up and start searching.
Right. So, it wasn't Martel trying to sneak into Zelos' house this time. Alright. Alright. I can buy that. Let's just head to the exit. Obviously, he's trying to skip town. Of course. I'm that good. Hey, didn't we bump into Kratos here before?
Whoa, excuse you. It's you.
Zelos Wilder.
Huh. Never expected to see you in my neck of the woods.
We don't have time for that. Lloyd kidnapped your sister.
What are you talking about?
It's true.
Lloyd!
You look at his expression. My God.
Lloyd Irving.
Ba-bum.
Waiting for you. Come back here!
You don't want to piss off Kurosaki.
I lost him.
You're saying that was Lloyd?
Of course. Are you blind?
Don't make me laugh. That's not Lloyd.
You idiot! Your sister's been kidnapped.
Don't get your britches in a bunch, kid. Lloyd wouldn't do something like that to Zelos. That was not Lloyd.
Where are you going?
I'm going home. If someone's gone to all the trouble of kidnapping Zelos, I'm sure they left me some sort of message. You come too. You want to see Lloyd, right?
Yay! Zelos is back! Welcome back, Zelos. I'm glad you're not dead. Zelos. Zelos. You don't have to go through the trouble of attracting enemies. I guess can't help it. I mean, you're so fabulous. There we go. Good. Don't think he had severing winds in the first game. Either that or it was an altered art. I think it might have been... Yeah, I think it was an altered art, like if you use Light Spear so many times, then equip a wind elemental weapon, or have your weapon be currently dealing wind damage.
Master Zelos, Lady Zelos has been...
The kid already filled me in.
Duke Bryant and Miss Sheena are currently out looking for Lady Zelos.
Regal and Sheena?
It looks like Lloyd's already skipped town. Oh,
Marta.
Emil.
Sebastian, tell me exactly what happened.
I was the one who witnessed it, Master Zelos. I had presented Lady Zelos with an exceptional gem called the Glockius. I had just begun explaining its origins when it happened. Sir Lloyd suddenly came in through the window. He grabbed Lady Zelos along with the gem and escaped.
You mean Lloyd has Glockius's core?
I'm sorry, Marta. If only I caught him.
And there's been no word from Lloyd?
We have yet to hear anything.
That's weird.
What's so weird about it? Lloyd's after all of the cores.
And why go to the trouble of kidnapping Zelos? I'm telling you, that's not Lloyd.
You're wrong. It was Lloyd. I saw him with my own eyes.
What would you know about Lloyd anyway? You really think he smells like that?
Smell?
Yep, when he ran by me, there was this horrible stench. I thought I was gonna pass out.
Maybe Lloyd just hasn't taken a shower in a while. I mean, it wouldn't be too weird. I mean, look at Pascal.
Lloyd's never been the sort to wear cologne. And even if he was, he'd never put on something
Oh,
that
cologne. Well, didn't we hear of a bad-smelling cologne previously in this game?
It did smell a bit familiar.
Was it Ode to Seduction?
Ding!
Wait, that would mean Dex was disguised as Lloyd?
That's some pretty powerful magic. He must have picked up some transformation jutsus from Anko.
Hey, you guys want to enlighten the rest of us as to what you're talking about?
Well, you see...
Ratatosk, huh? I gotta say, that's quite the tale. So anyway, there's a good chance the Lloyd we saw was actually this Vanguard guy Dex in disguise.
Judging from the smell, I think so.
Alright, come with me for an audience with His Majesty. Let Regal and Sheena know when they come back.
Understood.
An audience?
The House of Wilder is second in status only to the royal family. We have to report this immediately. Let's go.
Step aside, bitches. It's Chosen coming through. Oh, that's fun music.
Zelos, Chosen One.
Sup, Hilda? How's it going? You know you're leaving in about 2 years, right? I see she hasn't changed her hair yet. I wonder if she's gotten the blood transfusions yet. I know that's not the actual reason Zelos was able to use magic. I don't give a shit. Theoretically, it sounds possible.
To be more accurate, Your Majesty, she was taken by an imposter of his. We believe the Vanguard may be involved.
Excuse me, why do you call him Bud?
Really curious about that.
Because he's my
Because he's my bud. Yup.
You say those barbarians who call themselves the Silveranti Liberation Front committed this crime? How awful.
Now I really want to know who VA's Hilda. For obvious reasons. Again, she's like a main character in my fanfiction, so... I'm pretty sure I've explained the backstory on that before, so I'm not going to get into it again.
Your Majesty, Duke Bryant and Shina Fujibayashi of Mizuho have arrived.
I would speak with them. It seems matters have become quite grave.
Your Majesty, we come bearing new information about the current situation.
Scouts from my village reported seeing a Rayard overhead flying east.
East of here. That could be the Cape Fortress.
Marta?
The Vanguard has a base in the Cape Fortress.
So, Marta dear, how do you know something like that?
Well...
Former Vanguard, huh?
A member of the Vanguard?
Stop, please! Marta has nothing to do with the Vanguard anymore.
And right now, my sister's life is more important. Put away your weapons! So far, the Vanguard hasn't made any attempt to contact me regarding my sister's kidnapping. Which is why I suspect they've abducted Zelos in order to get to Lloyd rather than me.
Why would they do that?
Emil, the Vanguard's after the cores too, correct? That would include whatever cores Lloyd has.
I see. They took Zelos so they can make a trade with Lloyd.
Well, it could just be coincidence. Zelos came in possession of the core. They set out to steal it, and ended up grabbing her when they realized she'd be useful as well.
Dex, how could he?
We'll need to infiltrate the Vanguard's base. Your Majesty, in case our plan should fail, I would request the Royal Army be ready to take up the search for Zelos.
Of course. I'll have my generals make the necessary preparations immediately. As for Mizuho...
I've already asked my people to start a search.
Excellent. But Chosen One, shouldn't you consider staying behind in the city?
If I don't get some thrills in now and then, I'll grow old before my time. Well then, Your Majesty, we will take our leave.
Well, I guess this means we're heading off to the next dungeon. That'll be fun.
I'd like to say something before we go.
Is something the matter?
I'm sorry.
What are you apologizing for?
It's about Lloyd. I've been thinking, what if all of these terrible things I've been blaming on Lloyd were actually done by his imposter?
Emil!
I don't know. Maybe this is the only time it's his imposter. Of course, it could turn out that the real Lloyd is responsible for this. But every time I hear one of Lloyd's friends talk about him, it's hard to believe he's the same person who did all of those terrible things. So...
I appreciate what you're trying to say, but we have no idea what the truth is.
Yes, I know. It's just, I finally realized I can't jump to conclusions when there's so much doubt about what's happened. That's why I wanted to say I'm sorry.
Then let's call a truce. When you gave me the evil eye, I pegged you as just some punk. But now that I've gotten to know you, you're a pretty decent kid.
Zelos, you don't have to talk like that. It was probably Emil in Ratatosk mode that gave you the evil eye.
Indeed. It seems that Emil gets a bit abrasive when he enters this so-called Ratatosk mode.
Stop it! Stop talking about the other Emil like that! That Emil is Emil too, and he's doing the best he can! So please stop talking about him like this!
Ah, right. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm afraid I went too far as well. I'm sorry, Emil.
No, I'm fine.
Well, moving on. I think it's about time we left. Sorry to rush you all, but I'm worried about Zelos.
Yes, I'm sorry for delaying. Let's get moving.
Damn them. I don't care if they're the Vanguard or what. Anybody who even looks at Zelos the wrong way is gonna answer to me. After I string them up by their necks from the summit of Mount Fuji, I'll tie them to a sack of bricks and dump them into Flanor Harbor.
Wow, Rico and Sheena weren't kidding.
Yeah.
What did they
And
say?
did we say the same? Didn't Marta say the same thing about Alice?
That you'd never forgive anybody who hurt her.
Essentially, they said you seem to have a thing for your sister.
Regal, Sheena, come here a sec.
No, that's not what we meant.
Tenebrae!
Whoa! Zelos getting mad and having an excuse to hit Sheena? She was on the other foot.
Oh, why hello, Miss Jubilees.
And right back to normal.
Say it again and I'll smack you.
Ow! You always warn me after you do it. Nice to see you haven't changed, Sheena.
Nice to see you still can't have a conversation without slobbering over breasts.
The chosen.
Give him 3 years.
Picture of constancy.
You haven't changed a bit yourself, dude.
Give him 3 years.
We just saw each other the other day at the salon of Countess Rattenmeyer.
He was checking out her voluptuous aristocratic curves, no doubt.
What's that, Sheena?
Give him 3 years!
Jealousy?
What?
It's almost as if they'd never been apart.
Assholes. Give him 3 years and he'll change. He'll fall in love with an elf who turns out to be a summoned spirit. Let's see if I can upgrade my equipment at all. Don't suppose the item store is open again, is it? Let's go check. Son of a bitch. Well, no restocking for me, I suppose. I guess we're just gonna go up to Cape Fortress. I remember it being a somewhat annoying dungeon, but not terribly agonizing. Gotta go fast.
I expected the Vanguard's base to be better guarded than this.
No kidding.
Hey, Marta, you know this place, right? Is there a place where they could imprison someone they've kidnapped?
I've heard about this base, but I've never actually been here, so it's hard to say.
I see. Looks like we'll just have to search the place inside out. Oh well, let's go.
Yes.
So this is the Vanguard's base. Man, what a total dump.
Making it ornate would serve little purpose.
But what kind of scum locks a guy's poor sister up in a diseased rat hole like this?
You were expecting one of those immaculate, luxurious revolutionary soldier camps?
A little of you goes a long way, Tenny.
I might say the same thing about you, sir.
It's because you both share the same VA.
Where's the love?
I know there's a Philosopher's Stone near the end of this dungeon. It's like the only place in the game where you're guaranteed to get a Philosopher's Stone. If you take an extra route before the boss of the dungeon, you can find a Philosopher's Stone. Just don't tell Edward Elric. Or Marta, for that matter.
We won't lose! Crescent Dance!
Don't mess with Igaguri style.
Yeah, that was nice.
No?
Alright, let's do this! Get ready!
Swallow once!
Seal, get ready!
At least make it challenging.
I hope Zelos is okay.
If she's not, I'll make sure the Vanguard pays with their lives.
I'm sorry.
I wish I could say it's fine, don't worry about it, but I can't.
Zelos, don't you think that's a little harsh?
Sheena, behind you!
Huh?
Sheena, look out!
No sweat. Huh? You gotta be kidding me!
I'm with her. You gotta be kidding me.
Again?
What a klutz.
Hey, shut up! That has nothing to do with being a klutz. It has to do with being unlucky. Colette is a klutz. Granted, a lucky klutz, but still.
Sheena was an assassin, right? What's she doing falling into a low-tech trap like that?
From what we've heard, she struggled with this a bit in your previous journey as well.
And this isn't the first time it's happened on this trip either.
For real?
Yeah, which reminds me, I've seen more pitfalls on this one trip than I have in my entire life. I'm worried about Zelos, but I really hope Sheena's okay too.
I know. Why do bad things always happen in pairs?
How about you, Marta? Are you doing okay?
Huh?
I mean, everything that's happened with the Vanguard lately.
It's hard to believe I used to be in a group that would do all this.
But you're not in it anymore. You're with us now.
Yeah. Thanks, Emil.
Ta-da! Feast your eyes on this. Come sample my one-of-a-kind gourmet cuisine.
Whoa, look at it all.
Okay, let's see how Zelos is cooking fares.
Talented cook.
Well, what did you expect? High-class men have high-class tastes.
This is great. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
Not so fast. Your seat's over there.
Over there? But there's only bread and water over there.
And what's wrong with that? Bread is quite a luxury. And I'm such a gentleman, I even arranged for sparkling water.
Oh, Zelos. Give him 3 years, people. Give him 3 years.
This way?
Isn't this taking the whole chivalry thing a little too far?
It's Zelos.
I guess you want to die.
Hit it!
It's over!
Eesh, that's one energetic harpy. I'm gonna have to cut off this episode here, fellas. We're about at the, we're almost at the 30-minute mark. But, we'll pick this up next time, and I'll, check out the volume of, the episode and whatnot, see if it's all good. Peace.